Hi there. So, I'm really excited. Tomorrow we are taking delivery on our 2015 CPO Model S P85D family sedan spaceship. And it's got rear-facing seats and all the options for that month and year vehicle. So I'm like ecstatic because I've been dreaming about this moment and this car pretty much my entire you know existence, or at least since they started making them. So I just didn't think it was ever going to happen, but because of the CPO program, it's actually possible. Excuse me. And yeah, I mean, this car has a original sticker price of like 133K or something like that, and I'm getting it with only 32 mere Tesla electric vehicle miles on it. So it's really like nothing. I mean, if you've done the research, you know that's really not much at all. Um, and yeah, so 32,000 miles, and I'm getting it for less than half the original sticker price. And so I'm completely blown away that this is actually a reality. Like, really? I'm gonna be driving a Tesla? Me? When you figure it, I was driving a Dodge Ram 1500, and I was probably paying almost 4,000 a year in fuel costs. And then I was just the constant maintenance on a internal combustion engine with all kinds of moving mechanical parts, and also just things break after a while, and you get up at 150,000 miles, things really start wearing out, and you're just going to constantly be going into the shop replacing steering rack or rear axle seals, drive lines, whatever happens, all kinds of stuff goes wrong. Fuel pump, that's not going to be on a Tesla. What else? Radiator, no radiator. I just replaced that. All that stuff was like thousands of dollars. So just so much less cost. So it really comes out to, when you figure all that stuff out, what you're looking at is a payment that's completely affordable, and you're driving a car that's so much more reliable, so much safer, that will last really longer. And on top of that, it's way more comfortable, way more fast, way more fun, and way more intuitive and smart. So it's basically just really like driving around in an amazing iPad that's super quick. And when you just consider all that, to me, it just became a no-brainer to make this a serious goal and try to make it happen. Now, Tesla's not the easiest to work with when you're trying to get a CPO. In my opinion, I've never tried to get a new one there, but CPO. So I paid off my truck, but I didn't have the title in hand. So they won't take a truck if you don't have the title in hand, or a car or whatever, unless it's financed. So they can go and contact the finance company and do those kind of things if you've got the registration and all that. But if you actually own it, you need to have the title, and if you don't, you're going to have to go take a hit by taking it to CarMax or trying to sell it through a private party, which, as you know, takes time. It could be a hassle, and you're dealing with a bunch of people, and driving up to the gas station to meet, and they look at it and blah blah blah. I don't know, it wasn't worth it for me. So last minute, knowing I wasn't going to have the title in time, I had to take the truck down today and just go with the highest bidder. And I went to one of these auto mall places, and the guy was like, yeah, it's decent, I'll just give you 4,500 bucks right now. So 4,500 bucks, took it, went to the bank before 4 o'clock or 5 o'clock, and put it in my account. And now I'm in the process of just transferring the down payment money, and then go to the appointment tomorrow in Fremont at 12 noon and do the walkthrough and take delivery and drive that thing back here to the greater Sacramento area, and just be living the dream, man. And then from then on out, it's like, where do you want to go this weekend, kids? It's free, anywhere you want to go. Free supercharging for life. So we're just gonna get in, charge up. There's like a Tesla dealer right here near us, so we can go there and charge for free, or we can go to the mall and walk around. They have superchargers there. And this thing, we're gonna take it to, you know, Southern California in a couple of months around Thanksgiving. Whole trip free. Just amazing and safe and fun and relaxing, because I'll have autopilot. I've never imagined having a car with autopilot. You know, I've only test driven one for just a brief, you know, couple exits on the freeway, and it was awesome. And I just can't imagine making an entire road trip where you get so worn out with your eyes constantly focused, and you know, it's just incredible how easy it can be. You know, how many times have you, you know, pulled over, you were starving, you had to get a burger, you know, and you're trying to eat a burger, it's messy, and you got, you know, both your hands, like you're trying to hold the wheel. Whoa, things getting crazy. You know, you got to slow down, there's a car in front of you. This thing's just going to do that, and you can just safely, you know, keep your eyes on the road and eat your burger. They probably don't recommend that, and I don't recommend it, but you know, I mean, I'm just saying, real world stuff, yeah, that's going to be pretty easy. It's going to be awesome. So anyways, guys, I just wanted to check in for now, but I'm going to get back on here in the morning when we get up and we start our trip to Fremont down in the Bay Area to take delivery of our first family sedan Tesla spaceship. I'm so excited. So signing out for now, and we will check in again, and it's going to be awesome. I'm so excited. Okay, hey guys. So, wow, as you can see, I'm smiling, right? Okay, little change of plans, unfortunately and unpredictably, because I don't know what that means, whatever it's doing. We're running a little bit late, and tried on our way here. We stopped for breakfast, but then when we got back in the car, my son, this guy, he got ill. He actually vomited in our car on the way down. Thank goodness it wasn't the Tesla. So we're glad that it actually happened before in the older car. But it was nuts. I mean, we had to pull off on the freeway and clean everything. And he got it on me, got it on my wife, got it on our daughter. Actually, both daughters. What's that? Oh, we didn't get it on Maggie. Okay, well, wait. Anyways, so then I just had to rush and get to my appointment once we got them all cleaned up. And then the wife took the car and the kids to Target and got them some fresh clothes and cleaned up the Chrysler. And I stayed and finished up all the paperwork and inspection and all that kind of stuff. I saw a chip on here inside on the Obache interior, and the gloss is a big chip. And so, you know, I didn't see that in the pictures, and all you get to see is pictures before you pick your car up or take delivery. I mean, you can deny it if you want, but it's just such a bummer because you go through so many hoops to get the vehicle. I mean, you have to put down $2,500 deposit just to start talking to a CPO advisor, you know. So I just did a lot of research, found the car I wanted, and then I was like, why won't anybody call me back? I called like a customer service line. This kid was like, yeah, you know what, man, to be honest, you really just got to put that $2,500 down, and then they'll start calling you and talking to you and things like that. So, I mean, Tesla's just weeding out. They're busy. They're weeding out all the guys that, you know, guys and gals and people that just aren't that serious. And it's tire kickers, you know, and there's a ton of people like that. Like, oh, what's this dude? What's that dude? How much does this cost? Well, you know what? You know, they know that it takes a while for somebody to get really serious about a Tesla and really, you know, have that dream ready to execute. And that's the time when somebody's going to come seeking out that car, and those are the people that they want. And they know that when they start placing those $2,500 deposits down to reserve a car, those are the people they want to be talking to. And they can always change cars or, you know, continue the search or get their refund if they really have to. But the main thing is Tesla wants to know you got skin in the game. And I did. So once I finally did put the skin in the game, I realized how it worked. That was all a matter of just, you know, gathering information, you know, starting to find out where your financing is going to come from, where you're going to get your trade. Are you going to trade in your vehicle, or are you going to sell it, or are you going to, or do you still owe on it, or all that kind of stuff. So it's really cool. Finally get through all that process and go, and then the car, it just looks great. It looks amazing except for this little chip. They could have done a little bit more on the inside, maybe. You know, there was some coffee stain or something that just needs to be wiped up. Maybe a little dirty boot mark on the door, but no big deal. I mean, really, no big deal. I'm getting the car for less than half of what the sticker was in 2015, and it's, you know, 2018. So I'm pretty happy with everything, and it's an amazing car. It's got 32,000 miles on it, and 4-year, 50 additional 1,000-mile warranty, and I'm set, I think. And yeah, they're going to replace that chip though, or the piece where that chip is out of, and then I'm set. But we love it. We're absolutely happy. Just wanted to give you guys the update. We're in the car now. We're in traffic in the Bay Area. Just picked it up from Fremont. Hey, so still driving here. This guy's tired. I'm pretty tired. I barely slept last night. I was so excited and amped and, you know, anxious and everything that goes with it. You know, I probably slept like maybe 2 hours, 2.5 hours. So I was really tired this morning when it was time to, when the alarm went off and it was time to get up and get everybody going. And then, like I mentioned to you guys, we had that sort of a hiccup on the way here with the little guy over here getting, unfortunately, a little ill in the car on the freeway. So just no way to pull over in time. It was a mess. I mean, he blew chunks on everybody almost. So yeah, I feel bad for him and for Mom, because it was her car. But you know what? I'm very glad it wasn't this car. Anyway, this thing still smells like brand new. I'm very happy with it. The process was great. Just sign some papers once you're good with it, and that's it. They bring out the registration, stick it to the window, and your key's already in it. You just sit down and go. And yeah, so still driving to our first supercharger ever as the owners of this car. And that is 6.7 miles away, 7 minutes, and we will have 18% charge when we get there. So any minute now, and then we're probably going to grab a bite to eat, because we made sure it was one of those, you know, that's buy something, a restaurant. We'll see what it is. I guess it's a surprise unless you sort of research it. But we like the sense of adventure and just going with the flow and, you know, figuring out stuff on our own. But anyway, very happy with everything. Everything's great. I got a due bill, I guess, for just 1 or 2 little tiny items, and other than that, I got a 32,000 mile car for $61,000. It's a 2015, completely loaded P85D Sub-Zero Ultra Hi-Fi Alcantara headliner. It's got the autopilot with tech package, premium interior features, and I don't know what else you could do. I mean, oh, it's got rear-facing seats too for the little kiddos. You mean you want it to be your job from now on to pull the charger out of there and get the door open and all that? And then plug it in for me?
Yeah.
You got it. That's your new job, okay?
Okay.
Alright, we're here getting a charge at the Roseville Galleria, and Wyatt is going to demonstrate how we do it. Good job, buddy.
Nice.
Alright, ready?
Yes.
That's my lovely wife, and she's very excited. I'm back, and we got the car, and we got back, as you know from the first part of the CPO Chronicles, that there was some issues with some projectile vomiting and my son becoming sick in the car on the way down on the freeway with no shoulder, and it was intense and crazy, and we all got rained on by you know what, and it was gross. I mean, I was in my meeting with the delivery specialist, and I smelled like vomit, you know, and I was really kind of embarrassed, but I was like, I don't care because I'm picking up my Tesla. And yes, so anyway, we got it, and now I am, you know, just excited because I think there was a software update last night, because as you know, when the car is like not connected to Wi-Fi, it's not going to do any of the updates. So it's probably that latest version 9, I guess, that everybody's been talking about. This being October 22nd, 2018, and it was, you know, in a storage yard for a while, not connected to Wi-Fi. And so since we got it home and plugged it in and everything and got the Wi-Fi connected, obviously it said, well, there's an update, and then it just tells you, you know, schedule it for whatever time's convenient for you when you're not going to be driving the car, because you're going to need the car parked, and then it needs to download it and install and do the firmware updates. So that happened. I'm excited. I still haven't gone out to see that. There's only one, you know, small hiccup or disappointment, and I'm going to show you that right now. I was really, you know, just kind of confused on this. Just can't believe this, but if you look down here, yeah, that's right. They forgot to install the tailpipes. I gotta make an appointment right away to get this down to a service advisor and find out where the tailpipes are. Obviously, I'm joking. Maybe that's a cheesy Tesla community anti ICE joke. I actually opened the frunk for my father-in-law, and I was like, you gotta see this puppy. You know, this is a, you know, almost a 700 horsepower car. You gotta see what's under the hood, man. And then I like popped it open and opened it up, and he actually was confused. He was like, where's the engine? I'm like, that's just it, man. Remember, it's electric. So the motors are like attached to the axles. So yeah, pretty stoked. The thing looks great. I've got just a couple of things that we want to do pretty quickly here, and that's get some ceramic tinting on the windows, because it does get a little hot here. We're in California. Yes, it is October. It's you know, nearing Halloween, and we still get, you know, 85, almost up to 90-degree days here. So, you know, the car gets a little bit warm when you're charging and you're at the mall. Yeah, you can set the air, but I mean, it's all about efficiency, right? Because everything's running off of battery power. So, you know, you can do that stuff, and that's great. It's a cool convenience to kind of have your air set lower, keep the car cool, so you pop in it with your kids. It's not like blazing hot, and that's really going to come in handy when it's like 106. But, you know, right now, I mean, you don't want to do all that. You just want to do all the things that you can to kind of keep the efficiency in the cabin, so it doesn't have to use all of that power, I guess, to use, you know, that sucks from your range. Plus, sometimes, you know, we're giving like the in-laws a quick ride or something, and the kiddos are in the back here. And when that's happening, you know, this isn't even tinted at all. This thing's kind of like bone stock. You know, obviously it's not just the standard version. It's got some upgrades, but I think it has almost all of them that were available for this year or month or whatever for this P85D 2015 car. But it's also, I think it was probably a previous lease or something. So the guy, you know, that was leasing it probably obviously didn't want to violate the lease. I don't know exactly what the agreement's like, but he didn't put any window tinting and, you know, didn't powder coat the rims or do anything like that. But we're definitely gonna go ahead and get some nice high-end ceramic window tint. All right, so yeah, just cruising away from the house right now, and gonna head up to the bank and do some transactions. But yeah, it's such an awesome car. I love how that's just gonna kind of get over-the-air updates for whatever I guess the car is compatible with, but should be most everything except for the full self-driving stuff. But yeah, it's awesome. I mean, it just, the autopilot stuff enhances more and more. Now we have these cool little Atari games I could play while I'm waiting for my wife inside of a store or something. My son and I can sit up here and play Space Invaders probably. I don't know exactly what's on there, but yeah, this is neat. What a cool car. And so fun to drive. Like, I just want to go places all day. And now it's like vibrating like a video game. What's that from? So, I don't know. Brand new update. I gotta get used to this. Maybe that's not even part of it. Who knows? So it probably takes you like, a day to figure out if there's actually an issue with your car or just doing something new. It's like, oh, that's a new feature. It's not broken. Don't take it in. If you are sort of interested in owning an electric vehicle or a Tesla, and it's all a matter of money and that kind of thing, I get it. That's totally where I was at for years. But I just kept it like right here, like all the time, just constantly researching it, looking at YouTube, watching videos, seeing people's experiences and how they do road trips and how they just kind of do family stuff and how they just get along with everyday life and what all the cars are awesome for and what are the neat little things, just all that kind of research. And obviously when you start doing that, you're just going to go, God, what do I have to do to get one of these? What do I have to do? Then you're just going to start figuring it out. Okay, we've got to make this a goal. I've got to pay this off. I've got to pay this off. I've got to pay that off. I've got to pay this car off. I've got to pay that car off. And that's going to take time, It takes a long time to have a long-term goal. That's why they're called that. So I did all that stuff, and you will too. But if you're thinking about it, keep watching videos like this. Keep researching it. Keep it at the top of mind. Yeah, it did that again. Whoa. Is that just if you go over the white line, maybe? I don't know. Stop making a video and drive. But anyways, confident that just about anybody could, if they really, really worked hard, to get a Tesla. Just get a certified pre-owned Tesla. And be happy, be stoked. And be truly free from the fuel companies, and truly free from having to pay for gas and limited to where you can travel to because you're nervous or skeptical that you'll make it without some kind of mechanical piece breaking off. To get a Tesla and just get an older one with free supercharging and start planning your trips, man. Start going places. Make sure you got some good tires and you're on the road and you are truly free, and it's not going to cost you anything. Yes, you're going to have a job that you have to report to, but if you're a work from home type, you can do it from the vehicle. Some of it, whatever you can do from the browser. Hopefully someday Elon and the rest of the company do enable some sort of Wi-Fi hotspot. That would be awesome. My wife could drive and I could sit there on the laptop and do my work. I mean, to me, that's a must. It really should be on the docket for ASAP. And then, in the meantime, I guess I could use my phone as long as it has good service wherever you are, but we know that's shoddy. Depending on, where you're at. And if you want to travel, I mean, you're going to have spotty coverage. If your soul doesn't belong to 100% hands down an internal combustion format, then you've got to start seriously considering whether or not you want a Tesla. Okay, I'm at the bank. I'll see you guys later. So I'm a few days in now as a CHPOO, and still absolutely loving it. I'm on my way now to grab a quick charge at the mall, at the Galleria, and then I'm gonna head down to Sacramento, and I'm just gonna kind of doing my due diligence for you know, looking into some window tint, as I mentioned, and powder coating the rims. Okay, so I just got to the supercharger here at the Galleria. It's completely full, but I knew that because the car actually told me that there was, well, they said, the navigation said there was one stall available. Let's see here. Yeah, it said there was one stall available, but then I got here and somebody pulled into it, but then they pulled right back out of it. So what it is I think that actual charger is broken, because they just pulled out and pulled in. I mean, they asked me if I was waiting. I said, no, go ahead and try it, but I think it's broken. And sure enough, they've pulled out as well. So that one's not working. But you know, I'm gonna sit here and just kind of wait and see if somebody finishes up here soon, because I need a little bit more juice, I think, to get the sack and back. And I really don't want to stop somewhere down there. But while I was sitting here, I actually was playing around with the web here, and I programmed some of the sites that I use for work into favorites, and I actually had something pop up on my email that I needed to take care of, and so I just went right in here on the web. Hang on. That one's actually, I think it's broken. Yeah. So two people just pulled in and pulled out, so I don't think it's working. And so basically, I was able to just pop onto one of the sites that I use quite often. One of my work sites, it's secured, it logged in, and it worked. And then I was able to actually create a quote, and I also was able to send out an invoice. So that's really cool. I mean, I can do all that from my phone, but it's just nice to know that I can do it from the car. Again, like if my wife's driving or something like that and some work stuff's going on, I can just use the browser right here in the car on the screen. So another cool tidbit. So anyway, I'm gonna sit here for a little bit, check some emails, do some work, and wait for a charger to open up, and then we'll be on our way. Okay, we're green. So we're good to go. Just walk away. You know, one of the other things I just thought about that's a positive spin on now owning a Tesla is I'm gonna have a healthier lifestyle. I mean, I'm already walking more. I mean, I'm one of the guys that is lucky enough to work from home most of the time, and it's kind of hard, you know, to pry yourself away from the desk and, you know, stop working for a minute and go get some exercise. You know, I do 2-3 times a week. I'll run around and jog in the neighborhood, but you know, mostly I'm just kind of sitting there on the phone and on the computer, and I don't really do much. And as you can see, it shows. But I need to shed some of these pounds, man. Get healthier so I can live long and drive my Tesla forever. So it's kind of nice, you know. You gotta, you know, plug in and get out and go get some coffee, or, you know, grab a quick bite, or take care of some business or whatever. You're gonna have to walk a little ways sometimes, and it's nice. I mean, I live in California. It's beautiful. Don't get a lot of rain, so, you know, it's a pretty sweet deal. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty cool. That's another positive spin on owning a Tesla. My car just notified me via the app that my charging is complete, so I'm heading back to my sweet Chariot to unplug her and get back on the road. We're gonna find out what's all the hubbub about powder coating rims and ceramic tint, which cuts down on supposedly 99.9% of UV, or maybe it's just 99%, I don't know, but it's a lot, and it's supposed to really just cool down the cabin immensely, especially in this hot California weather, because right now it is October, late October, and whew, I'm hot, man. This is typical central NorCal weather right here. So, and it's actually, this is considered nice weather right here, because it's normally in the summer baking hot. Winters are great though. Spring's great, but fall is still coming out of that heat wave baking environment. And plus, what we got climate change apparently. That's a real deal. So kind of helping out with that here. That's just an added bonus, but there's just so many other positives, and I keep going over them. I'm gonna keep doing it. Sorry, I can't help it. All right, unplugging, getting out of here. Okay, so I'm back on the road, chilling in autopilot. I'm cooling off now. Luckily, I just kept the car set at like 69 degrees while I was supercharging. I mean, why not? I mean, it's not going to really mess up the range because it's using the power from the supercharger. So, of course, I kept the cabin nice and cool. I'm feeling better. I'm on the road now. But, I just had some more thoughts about, Tesla and, making the goals and, getting one. I know some people, probably a lot of people, would look at somebody with a Tesla or look at somebody wanting to get a Tesla as, maybe materialistic or snobby, or gonna speed up here, just bump it up 5. And I don't know, I guess I could see that paradigm, but it's not really materialistic. It doesn't have to be. I mean, sure, a person should always be kind and compassionate, and when you make goals, or you're a goal-oriented person and you achieve those goals, and you get something that you really want, and you have something that's been a dream of yours and you've accomplished it, it's just better. It's better for you. It makes you happier. It gives you a better quality of life. You start, you continue to do the things you want to do, remaining happy, and it helps you to be a better person to be around, because you're enjoyable and you're excitable, and all kinds of that stuff just kind of rubs off, and it comes out in your aura and your whole being. Uh-oh, what's going on? Whew. Something in the road there. I had to break autopilot for a second briefly, sorry. Anyway, back on. And so I sometimes people say, yeah, that's materialistic, man. I don't do that. I don't do those kind of goals, blah, blah, Well, sometimes maybe that's kind of, a little bit of an excuse for not having the drive or the desire to get off your bum and, get out there and make something happen, but it is better, I believe. It just makes you a positive person. It makes you happy. And again, there's no need to get snobby. I would hate myself if I ever became a snob. But, I'd like to think of myself as a down-to-earth, cool person. Actually, a shout out to one of my favorite YouTubers and my son Wyatt's favorite YouTubers, JuatinScarred. Look him up. I'll try to figure out how to link it into this bottom of this email, but look him up. I got to give a shout out. That guy is really cool. Quest for positivity is one of his mottos, and he's just got this cool outlook on life, and he's always out just making stuff happen, and that's what it's all about. I really look up to that, and I try to live the same way and just get out and do stuff, and I'm going to definitely be doing a lot more with my family now that we own a Tesla. But yeah, so generally I see the people that aren't setting goals and trying to get out of ruts or situations or whatever, they're generally more disgruntled than the people that are more goal oriented. They're disgruntled, they're negative, they're like, whatever, it's like they're always focusing on the lame things in life instead of how much beauty and positivity and coolness there really is in this world, in this life. So I'm all for positivity.
Mile, take exit 14B, 95 on the right onto Interstate 80 Business toward California 99 South.
Oh, it did it. Okay, lane change, successful. Let's do another one. Oh, it knows it's slowing down. One lane at a time, eh? Anyway, really cool. I just want to give that, you know, word of wisdom to y'all. Okay. Found it. Oh, wow. So I just found out they just did a green wrap on this McLaren. That looks pretty sick. So maybe eventually I'll get some kind of a color changing wrap for my car. Just completely change the appearance and protect the paint at the same time, as well as just give it a very unique look. That's cool. How you doing? I think these guys are gonna be the company to go with. They definitely know their stuff, and we're super knowledgeable and high-end product, and you know, lifetime warranty on all the work as long as I own the car anyway. They'll come down free of charge, just bring it down. They'll fix anything or do whatever, replace anything that becomes defective or doesn't look the way I want it. So that's good enough for me. All right, well, that's it. I'm heading home, be with the fam, and get some rest. I really need some sleep. I hope it happens tonight because it's just been tough. Tesla's awesome cars, but cause insomnia. Got the car back last night from Diamond Auto Sport, and everything looks good. It completely changed the appearance of the car. I'm really happy with it. That's really all I think is needed for a very long time. I mean, it really wasn't even needed, except for I did want to, you know, increase the efficiency in the cabin and use less battery, being here in northern central California where it gets really hot. And then also just kind of, you know, change the rim color and make it more my own. But it was fine the way it was. I mean, it's a beautifully designed vehicle no matter what. But now it's just a little bit better, and I'm really digging it. So I'm ready to go ahead and take you guys out and show you the car. Like I said, got back late last night, and you know, we had gotten dinner and everything, so there was no way to really kind of video the appearance at that stage because it was dark. And today they asked me to park the car outside and sort of finalize that curing process of the film inside the cabins, keep it nice and hot, and let it just kind of shrink up to the windows a little bit better, because I took it sooner than they had really wanted somebody to do it, but I wasn't comfortable really keeping the car there overnight. So I really wanted it back, and they said, yeah, that's fine, but you know, when you get it home, take it and park it out front in the morning and have it kind of get some sun. So it's been doing that, and so yeah, I'm gonna take you out and show you. I think it's really cool, and I think you'll like it. All right, here we go. And voila. Black powder coated rims, left the T silver. That's a difficult job to do actually right there, so they were able to pull it off for me. That place is great. Diamond Auto Sports in Sacramento. Really cool place. They do nothing but like high-end exotic cars. Actually, they probably don't do as many Teslas as I had hoped, but they do, you know, like Lamborghinis and Ferraris and Ford GTs and things like that. You know, it's definitely just darkens it up and gives it a sportier element without taking away too much from the already cool, classy design elements that Tesla's so good at achieving. So I'm super happy with it. This is one of the last times I'm probably gonna video on this particular installment of the CPO Chronicles, because I just want to go and enjoy the car for a while, and then maybe start another episode later and show you guys, you know, how I'm getting along with the car. But for now, this is going to be one of the last ones. I mean, I'm set. I'm ready to drive it. We're going to go have some fun as a family, and then there's our little yard that my son decorated. And then, yeah, just videotape some more life experiences in the Tesla and the excitement and joy that it brings us. But yeah, so this is probably it for a bit. I'm ready to just get in there and enjoy it and you know, get to know it and get familiar with all the features and everything that amazing car does. But it's definitely been a pleasure updating you guys as I go along here. Maybe not super exciting for you, or there's probably a lot of you that already have a Tesla and you know, you're like, it's old news. But, you know, I'm hoping that some of the people out there that were like me, that's just so interested in knowing about processes and, you know, more about the car, just, you know, super eager to just watch about anything that's got a Tesla in it, you know. That's how I was anyway. But, yep, so just finishing up this episode and get back with you guys hopefully in the future. I mean, we'll see. But yeah, definitely take a look at these videos and more like it, and hopefully you guys can get yourselves into a Tesla as well. These vans were made for walking, and walking's what they'll do. These vans were made for walking, and one of these days they'll walk right next to you.